Hey guys, how you doing? Wedgie here today. I'm going to start this battle. We're playing Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator. I'm going to start it very shortly here because it's going to be a longer video. But before I do, look how pretty these versions are. Oh my goodness. Like the little eye makeup on. They got the beards perfectly trimmed and they got them dyed soon. But let's get this battle started. I'm actually going to even speed it up yet before I explain what we're doing because it's going to be a big battle. I've seen a lot of things representing one of the most popular movies of all time, The 300, which represented a real battle. But, usually it's just a head-on, collision between Persians or Greeks or what have you versus 300 Spartans. And usually the Spartans completely obliterate the Persians. But if you want to be historically accurate, um, Xerxes was tipped off about a pass where he could send soldiers through to flank the Spartan army. So what I did was I took 9,000 Persians, put them head on, and then he sent people called the Immortals through this pass to, flank the Persians, or sorry, flank the Spartans. So behind I have another 1,000 Persians. So it's going to be 10,000 versus 300. And to make it a little more accurate, because we wanted to hold them off for a little bit, I just put a small vanguard of 5 Spartans in the back there. So they just took him out. To even it out a little bit, and because I was having some issues getting the Spartans on the bridge, we actually had 301 total Spartans, including the ones in the back, but that shouldn't make a huge difference. This is an absolute massive battle, and I am surprised I'm getting the frame rate that I am. I think I'm getting 20 to 30 frames, and there's well over 10,000 people on this battlefield. But one thing that is really, really interesting is look how not only the back. I was worried that the Spartans, since they were on defend, wouldn't turn around to get the Persians attacking from behind. But not only did they turn around, the second weight line of Spartans also turned around. That is excellent. That is definitely more realistic of what would have happened in real life. Now, so far, we can see the Spartans are just piling up the corpses of Persians, which is probably a little bit accurate as far as real life goes, because Spartans were trained, highly trained. They killed babies that they thought weren't even tough. In the movie, you have to kill a wolf to be considered a man. In, real life, they actually made Spartans not kill a wolf, but you had to murder a slave. Women were very powerful as far as Spartans go. They had a lot of power, but it's paradoxical because they also had a lot of slaves and they were fascists and stuff. So that's an interesting subject. But yes, you had to kill a slave to be considered a man, and it wasn't considered murder, I suppose. But if you were caught killing a slave, you were severely punished and not considered a man until you succeeded. So obviously, they're very tough soldiers. The Persian army, I'm not sure, probably, since it's so massive, didn't have the training. And as you can see, the Persians are just falling in the water. There are so many of them, but it shouldn't make a huge deal. So, let's look at the battle a little closely. The Spartans are shrinking a little, but they just have a mountain of Persians on either side of them. Let's see how many Persians are flanking yet. Probably quite a few. See, they're trickling in, which is what I wanted. They're dwindling down a good bit. I'd say there's maybe 300 or so coming from behind. They are trickling in, which is what I wanted, because apparently it was just a small passage through a mountain. There was a vanguard to hold them off. I should have put maybe, 2 or 3 more Spartans. They weren't even Spartans that were the vanguard. They were a different type of people. Maybe I should have put like 5 or 6 wild men there and just had 300 Spartans in the middle. Because historically, when they did go through the mountain pass, there were guards there. There were, like, I think 1,000 or so, but most of them fled because they weren't actually expecting a battle. So I think maybe like 5 wild men or 5 Greeks would have done. I'm not sure, like, historically who would be most similar to the people defending the pass. But look at this beautiful pile of corpses we have, guys. They're literally climbing just to die to the Spartans, and I think that's a little bit of advantage to the Spartans because it really slows the amount of Persians that can attack at any given time. Anyway, we got quite the battle ahead of us. It doesn't even look like they're moving back here. They're just kind of penguining around in one spot. So I'm going to like get a snack or who knows, play with my wiener. I will pick up a little bit later and I will show you guys the progress. Alrighty, so right now they just finished. The flankers are completely destroyed. We have just over 50% of the Spartans left, and we have about 3/4 of the Persians left. So I think, using those numbers, I think that really helped out the Persian army and made things a little more historically accurate. Right now we are down to exactly half of the Spartans, and just over 3/4 of the Persians are still remaining. So we will check back in a little bit, probably closer to when there are 50 or so Spartans left, and then I'll just let you guys see the action. Alrighty guys, so we are down to 50, or just under 50 Spartans. It's been about 10 minutes since I last shot, so it's very slow going, considering all the Persians have to, climb over thousands of their fallen brethren. There are just over 5,000 Persians left, and let's see, about 400 of them have fallen into the water. You can see so many have fallen into the water that they're starting to actually stack up. One day I'd like to do a video, if it's possible, if I could just put a bunch of bodies in the water and see if we could, have people walk over the water with bodies. I think that would be really, really neat. But obviously, the Persians are, because of the vanguard in the back, or the flanking attack, the Persians are just obliterating the Spartans. I think this was a very interesting take on it. I think it was a lot more accurate. There was no way 300 people... I mean, obviously the 300 people... did their goal. Their goal was to allow the rest of the army to escape, and if I'm not mistaken, the 300 was actually more along the lines of maybe like a little over 1,000, because it wasn't just Spartans. There were 300 Spartans, but there were more people there. And it was to allow the rest of the army to escape, actually. So they did their goal. Obviously, they've held them off for quite some time right now. It's been about 2 days as far as the time in the game goes, and they're still going strong. There are still over 30 of them left, and that it'll be quite some time yet. It'll probably be several hours in game before they are completely obliterated. But these 300 have killed well over 4,000 Persians, and I won't be surprised if it reaches 5,000 or a little bit higher. But let's check back when they're just about dead. Fabio, why do you look so happy to die, Fabio? You were so pretty. You were such a pretty man. If this goes to show anything, we are down to 9 Spartans left. If it goes to show anything, enough pretty boys can take out a Spartan, if you have enough of them. So far, we've lost so many to the water. So many pretty boys have just jumped in the water. You're so pretty, don't kill yourself now. So we have 6 Spartans left. I'm going to do a little bit of quick math. After the final one side, we're down to 3. Now they're starting to get flanked again. They're just coming from all sides. But look at the pile of bodies we have. 2 Spartans left. Remember, we had 301 because of some issues I was having, but we got it figured out. It didn't really affect the outcome, probably, maybe 20 Persians or so, but there we go. So, 5,185 Persians died, but only 4,688 were killed by Spartans. So let's do a little bit of math here. 10,000 minus 4,815. Okay, so 497, just under 500 Persians, drowned to death. So that wasn't very fun. So the Spartans killed 4,688 people. And so that means each Spartan, considering there were 301 of them, killed just under 16 Persians apiece. And that is really, really impressive, considering they were fighting from both ends. I mean, if you look at this right here, the pile of corpses here, you don't see any Spartans whatsoever. Here and there, you'll see there's one. You'll see a shield, but all it is Persians. They were literally smushed between Persians. So the Spartans definitely kick ass. They kicked ass in real life as well. I hope you enjoyed watching this video, guys. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. It took a long time to make this video. If you make sure to subscribe. I'll be posting more here and there. And yeah, but most of all, guys, thanks for watching. I really appreciate it, and have a good one.